So today's pretty exciting. I just got my very first delivery from Dynamic Discs, being a team player. I got a new bag, I got a bunch of new discs, I got some Marshalls, a Stag, a Swan, which I haven't tried yet, but I needed an understable putter. So I got all those things, but I'm relatively familiar with those. But I just got my first of all the protos that they just sent out. So I've got 2 Sheriffs, 2 Anchors, some Gladiators, and I believe these are Caltrops, pink and a blue. A lot of them are a little bit heavier for me, and keep in mind I have a little bit slower arm speed than most players, just being small, and I can rip pretty hard, but what I've noticed from pretty much all of these is they're a little more stable. The Sheriffs are more workable. I can get them to go quite a bit further, but just keep in mind I've got a slow arm speed compared to a lot of players. So I'll start slow with the Caltrops. They're a little stable for being a putter. Really thin but deep rim, which I'm not quite used to, so it gets stuck on my fingers sometimes. I've only thrown them a couple times, but let's see how they fly. A little floaty for what I'm used to, but I like them. These are Gladiators. From what I've thrown so far, they're like a faster, longer felon. Good for skip shots and really overstable shots for me. Beefy! But good for accuracy and really specific hyzer shots. This is the Anchor. It's a mid-range. Feels a little different than most mid-ranges I've thrown. It's got a bead on it, which might stick in my hand, but let's see, I've only thrown them twice. The last are these Dynamic Sheriffs, which everybody's talking about. These will make my bag as far as I can tell. I can get a lot of distance out of them, but it doesn't seem like it's something I'm going to flip over, so. I like it. Okay, now that I've gotten some field work in with these, I kind of wanted to give you a little bit more information on how they flew. It's kind of hard while I'm on the field. So, these Caltrops, I like them. They're very stable. My only concern or problem with them is the deep rim on them. It gets caught on my finger every once in a while, and I'm sure it's something I could just get used to. But it's comfortable in the hand, and I kind of like this edge here. It sits on your thumb really nicely. So I like the way they fly. They drop pretty quickly. They're floaty, but once they fade fast. That's really my only complaint with them. The plastic feels really good. This is exactly the kind of plastic I like to throw. I think it's just the BT, whatever Latitude's BT is, I'm not sure, but they feel good. I would definitely pick them up if you're looking for a stable putter. Other than the Marshall, I would call this more stable, but I need a little bit more field work with them to really be able to say for sure that they're more stable than a Marshall. These Gladiators, for me and my arm, it turns this into a utility disc. It's so overstable for me. I probably couldn't even get it to knife over on an Anheuser. It's fun and it's good for skip shots for me, but beyond that, it probably won't make my bag. There's really no reason for me to have something this overstable in my bag when I have a Felon or a Justice. This will go a little bit further if I throw it as hard as I can, but it's not quite worth it for me. Obviously, big arm players, this is going to be more of a distance driver for them, but still with a really heavy finish. The anchor. I like the anchor. It's a lot like a Verdict, but I feel like it flies a lot straighter, but still has a heavy finish, which I like. It feels really, really good. I don't know if it's going to take the Verdict out of my bag, but it certainly has a possibility. It's definitely right up that same alley. It's very straight with still a nice stable finish. You can probably get it to work some lines. I didn't play with it a whole lot. I just knew that it was straight with a good finish. And last, of course, the Sheriff. I already kind of explained this, but I really like this disc. I guarantee it's going to go in my bag at least till I see all the things it can do. It certainly might be a good distance thrower for me. You need to throw it hard for me, for my arm, but it's a good distance flip up, hyzer flip kind of disc, but it's still pretty stable. It's a good distance driver. But the rim feels good in my hand, everything about it. I like the plastic, so check these out when they come out, and hope this gave you a little bit more information for slower arm speed players anyways. Thanks for watching.